ecosystem to the entire humanity for them to get benefited. So, if you are one such person out there thinking about how you're going to save your life, especially on this ongoing pandemic where the medical infrastructure is struggling to meet the ends, you are welcome to Swamiji's COVID Care Protection Centers, Kailasa's COVID Care Protection Centers. You're welcome to Adi Kailasa. You can register in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. Before we go to the glimpses of what's happening in these COVID centers, let's have a short break.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Otherworldly but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes, welcome back. Then a number of free COVID care centers are opened in the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa in across India. So we have Adi Kailasa in Biridi, Bangalore, followed by Salem Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Thiruvannamalai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Rajapalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Puduvai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Pattanam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Sirhapadi Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Sripuram Adinam in Hyderabad, Madurai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Avattipalayam Erode in Tamil Nadu, Hosur Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Baroda Adinam in Gujarat. Multiple free COVID care centers are opened across India. That also includes various social services that are offered during pandemic in Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies across India. And we have a number of spiritual services along with these social services are also offered in these places. And apart from this, the most importantly, the cosmic revelations by Devi Parashakti on global pandemic to prepare the humanity on how they have to combat this pralaya. So the number of social services that includes the medical care, infrastructure to accommodate thousands of people, accommodation for multi-layered quarantine facilities, emergency ambulances, which is ICU on wheels, personal protective medical equipment, food security management through food banks, and organic farming. If you're interested to be part of this greatest humanitarian effort on this ongoing pandemic, join us in our COVID care protection centers in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. Now let us quickly go through the glimpses of what's happening in the Kailasa Ringapeetam. You can see beautifully the Kailasa's Department of Human Services, which is responsible for the overall needs of all the visitors of Adi Kailasa, reconciles their current standing and status of housekeeping, taking note of what needs to be done, upgraded and procured to make each multi-layered quarantine facility a self-sustained one. So let's take a few minutes for us to register ourselves in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. It is an amazing opportunity for all the viewers, whoever is watching, for you to feel safe, for you to experience a spiritual breakthrough. You can be part of this greatest movement in Adi Kailasa, spearheaded by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Join us in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. Let's take a few minutes to log in and register yourselves in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. we get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Welcome back. Yes. So today we are having a beautiful sharing session with one of our devotees, Kuthapanaya from Salem in Tamil Nadu. So Nityanandam ஐயா, ஐயா நீங்க உங்க மைக்கு கொஞ்சம் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க.
நித்யானந்தம்மா.
நித்யானந்தம் ஐயா, நல்லதுங்கய்யா. இந்த ஷோக்கு வந்ததுக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி ஐயா. உங்களை நீங்க கொஞ்சம் இந்த நித்யானந்தா டிவிக்கு அறிமுகப்படுத்திக்கோங்க.
என் பேரு கூத்தப்பனுமா, சேலம் இளம்பிள்ளையில இருந்து வந்திருக்கேன்.
நல்லதுங்க. சுவாமிஜியை வந்து எப்ப சந்திச்சீங்க, என்ன தருணத்துல சந்திச்சீங்க, அத பத்தி ஒரு சில வரிகள் சொல்லுங்க.
2006லயே சந்திச்சீங்கம்மா. ஏஎஸ்பி அட்டன் பண்ணேன். உடல்நிலை கொஞ்சம் சரியில்லாம இருந்தது. மூக்கு அடைப்பு, சுவாச கோளாறு பிரச்சனை இருந்ததுமா. அந்த பிரச்சனை இரவு பாத்தீங்கன்னா தூங்க முடியாது. வாயில தான் சுவாசம் பண்ணிட்டு மூச்சு இழுத்துக்கிட்டு தான் தூங்கணும். ரொம்ப சிரமப்பட்டுட்டேன். டாக்டர் பார்த்தோம், மூக்குல சதை வளர்ந்துருக்கும், ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. அந்த அளவுக்கு ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ற அளவுக்கு குடும்ப சூழ்நிலை, பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சி இல்லை. அப்புறம் நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இடத்துல தொழில் செய்ய போன இடத்துல சொன்னாங்க, சுவாமிஜி இந்த மாதிரி ஏஎஸ்பி கிளாஸ் எடுக்கிறாரு, போலாம் அப்படின்னாங்க. போனோங்கம்மா. அப்போதுல இருந்து இதுக்கு மேல சாமிஜி விடக்கூடாது. இந்த ஒரு விஷயத்துக்காக அவர் என்ன நம்ம கொடுக்கல. நம்ம எத்தனையோ போனோம், டாக்டர் சொன்னாங்க. ஆனா ஒரு 2 நாள் ப்ரோக்ராம்லயே எல்லா பிரச்சனையும் சரியாயிருச்சு. நிம்மதியா தூங்குமா. ஆனா தூங்கும் போது அந்த பேரிடம் இந்த பேரிடம் தூக்கமே வராது. ஆனா சாமிஜி கிளாஸ் அட்டன் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் படுத்து தூங்கின திருப்தி அவ்வளவு திருப்தியா இருந்தது. ஆனா நமக்குள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த மொழியும் அவ்வளவு உண்மையா, ஒரு தமிழ் மொழியும் அவ்வளவு இதா வந்தது.
ஐயா ஒரே நிமிஷம், நம்ம நேயர்களுக்காக நான்
தமிழ் வார்த்தை எனக்குள்ள அப்படி ஒரு வார்த்தையில் இருந்துச்சா அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறது.
நல்லதுங்க. ஒரு சில நிமிடங்கள் நான் இங்கிலீஷ்ல டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். Yes, so viewers, actually we are having a beautiful sharing session with Kuthapanaya, who is from Salem. So Kuthapanaya has met Swamiji in 2006 and he was having a breathing problem, so he was not able to breathe properly through his nose. So he had a mouth breathing problem, and he actually went in search of various solutions and treatment, but unfortunately it was not getting cured. So then in Tiruchengodu, when Bhagwan himself, he came to conduct an ASP program, a 2-day meditation retreat in Tiruchengodu ashram. So when Bhagwan was taking the program just in 2 days, so I was sharing that his respiratory and the breathing problem was completely cured, and after that he had very good sleep, and he was literally shocked. And from that moment he immediately decided to have Swamiji in his life and start following Swamiji as his guru. So let us listen more from him. ஐயா தொடர்ந்து சொல்லுங்க.
அதுக்கு அடுத்து தொடர்ந்து சென்னை ஆவடியில மண்டபத்துல ஒரு காலேஜ்ல என்எஸ்பி நடந்ததுமா, அந்த என்எஸ்பி அட்டன் பண்ணோம். ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் தொடர்ந்து பக்திஷ் பூர்ணா, சுவாமியோட வாழும் வரலாறு திருவண்ணாமலையில, ஹீலரு, நம்ம பெடிகை ஆசிரமத்துல ஹீலர் செக்ஷன் எல்லாமே அட்டன் பண்ணோம். ஹீலிங் பண்ணி நம்ம இளம்பிள்ளி ஜெனரல்லையும் போய் தியானம் ஹீலிங் பண்ணுவோம். நம்ம வீட்லயும் ஒரு தியான பீடம் வச்சு ஒரு 50 பேர் வந்து தியானம் பண்ணுவாங்க. நித்திய தியானம் தொடர்ந்து பண்ணுவாங்க. எல்லாத்தையும் ஹீல் பண்ணுவோம். ஹீல் பண்ணி அவங்க உடல் பிரச்சனை, மன பிரச்சனை சொல்லுவாங்க, ஹீல் வாங்கி போவாங்க. ஒரு இந்த பேய் பிடிச்சது மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. அதெல்லாம் கூட நல்லா ஓட்டியிருக்காங்க. நல்லா நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஒரு நமக்கு கல்யாணம் ஆயிடுச்சு. கொஞ்சம் பிரச்சனை, குடும்ப பிரச்சனை மூலமா அந்த கொஞ்சம் நிறைய விடுபட்டு போச்சு, வர முடியல. ஹீலரே விடுற மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறமா குடும்பத்துல கொஞ்சம் பிரச்சனை வந்ததுமா திரும்ப வந்து சாமி கிட்ட தீட்சை வாங்கி ஒரு மன்னிப்பு கேட்டு, அதுக்கப்புறம் சாமி கிட்ட தீட்சை வாங்கி இப்ப வீட்டுக்கார அம்மாவும் பரமசிவம் லெவல் 2 அட்டன் பண்ணி இப்ப நானும் ஹீலிங் தீட்சை வாங்கிட்டு அவங்களும் வாங்கிட்டாங்க. இப்ப ஆகாஷ் ரீடிங்லாம் நல்லா பாக்குறாங்க. இப்ப பிரச்சனை இல்லைங்கம்மா. நம்மளோட குழந்தைகளையும் குருகுலத்துக்கு ஜாயின் பண்ணி ஒரு ஆன்மீக வழியா நம்ம தான் அந்த மாதிரி வரல, குழந்தை தன்மையில இருந்து குழந்தைகளையாவது நம்ம குழந்தைகளை முதல்ல இருந்து சாமிகிட்ட சேர்த்து அவங்களையும் ஒரு குருகுலத்துக்கு ஜாயின் பண்ணி அவங்களையும் ஆன்மீக வழியா வளர்ச்சி பண்ணிடலாம். நம்மளோட அச்சீவ்மெண்ட் என்னன்னா சாமி சொல்லி கொடுக்கக்கூடிய அந்த சக்தியை நமக்குள்ள இருந்து நம்ம வெளிப்படுத்தணும். சாமிஜி கொடுக்குற அந்த பொக்கிஷத்தை நம்ம வாங்கிக்கணும், முழுசா வாங்கிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக இந்த குவாரண்டைன் அதுக்காக ஒரு வாய்ப்பா தான் நினைக்கிறேன். இதுக்கு முன்னால நம்ம அதிகமா வர முடியல. இப்ப அதுக்காக சாமி வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்திருக்காருன்னு தான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
கண்டிப்பாங்க. So he's saying that after the ASP program, when he really experienced the beautiful healing energy from Swamiji, he started following Swamiji, and then he attended the NSP program in Avadi in Chennai, and he continued to attend many of the programs conducted by Bhagwan himself, like the Bhakti Spurana and various other programs. So now literally he has decided to put his children in the Nityananda Gurukul. He says that Swamiji is the only person who is making this power manifestation and powers of Paramashiva as a lifestyle for humanity, and this is the only way the children can be enriched very beautifully and they can be grown in the best way ever. So that is what Ayya is continuing to share. Ayya, இப்போ இந்த COVID-19 இந்த பிரச்சனை இருக்கும்போது இந்த வியாதி வந்து கொடூரமா பரவிட்டு இருக்கிற நிலையில இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ரொம்ப சேஃபா இப்ப ஆதி கைலாசத்துல வந்து பகவானோட ஆசீர்வாதத்துல அந்த எனர்ஜியை ரொம்ப அருமையா என்ஜாய் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. அந்த அனுபவத்தை பத்தி சொல்லுங்க. சோ எப்படி நீங்க வந்து எந்த தருணத்துல முடிவெடுத்தீங்க, இப்ப உள்ள எப்படி எல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு அந்த ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் கொடுக்கப்பட்டு இருக்கு, அதை பத்தி சொல்லுங்க.
இது நான் முடிவெடுத்துன்னு சொல்ல முடியாதுங்க, சாமி முடிவெடுத்துன்னு தான் சொல்லணும். வீட்டுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இங்க போலாம், பெங்களூர் போலாம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னதுக்கு போக முடியாது. எல்லாரும் எல்லா மக்களும் இங்க இருக்கிறாங்க, நம்ம மட்டும் எப்படி அங்க போக முடியும்? ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இல்ல, கொரோனா லாக்டவுன் போட்டிருக்காங்க, நம்ம எப்படி போக முடியும்னு சொன்னாங்க. கொரோனா டெஸ்ட் எடுக்கும் அப்படின்னு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் 2-3 ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போனோம், இங்க எடுக்க முடியாது அங்க எடுக்க முடியாது அலக்கழிச்சாங்க. அந்த நேரம் சுவாமிஜி நீங்க சொல்லிட்டீங்க நாங்க கொரோனா டெஸ்ட் எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட்டு ஒரு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போனோம். எந்த கேள்வியுமே கேட்காம எடுத்துட்டாங்க. ரிசல்ட் வர்றதுக்கு லேட் ஆயிடுச்சு. ரிசல்ட் கிடைச்ச அடுத்த மறுநாளே பாஸ்புக் எப்படி வாங்குறது, ட்ரெயின் எப்படி புக் பண்றது என்னன்னு தெரியல. அப்புறம் அராமதி அம்மான்னு ஒரு அம்மா இருக்காங்க, அந்த அம்மா சொன்னோம். அவங்க ட்ரெயின் புக் பண்றது கொஞ்சம் கைட் பண்ணாங்க. அப்புறம் அவங்க மூலமா ட்ரெயின் புக் பண்ணோம், பாஸ் தேவையில்லைன்னாங்க. டக்குன்னு புறப்பட்டு வந்துட்டோம். ஆனா நிறைய விஷயங்கள் குடும்பத்துல அங்க நடந்த விஷயமே நிறைய நம்மள நெகட்டிவ் தாட் இழுத்துட்டாங்க. இருந்தாலும் அதையும் மீறி பகவான் தான் நம்மளை கொண்டு வந்தாரு. நமக்கு எத்தனையோ கோடி மக்கள் இருக்கிறாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு கிடைக்காத வாய்ப்பு நம்ம கொடுத்துருக்கிறாரு அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஏன்னா அங்க இருந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா சுத்தி நிறைய கொரோனா நிறைய வந்துருச்சு. சொந்தக்காரங்களுக்கு நிறைய கொரோனா வந்து ஒரு ஃபேமிலியே ஃபுல்லா ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் இருந்தாங்க 10 நாளா. ரொம்ப நெருங்கிய சொந்தம். நம்ம போய் பார்க்க கூட இருந்தாலும் அது அவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்துருச்சு. நம்ம பக்கத்துல நெருங்கிட்டு என்ன பண்றது? சாமிஜியார் சொல்லியிருக்காரு நிறைய ப்ரொடக்ட் ஆகுது, தாக்கிருச்சுன்னா ரொம்ப பிரச்சனை அப்படின்ட்டு. அதனால நாம சேஃப் ஆயிடலாம், எதுவும் வந்தாலும் அப்புறம் பாத்துக்கலாம், கடன்கள் இருக்கு கூட அப்புறம் பாத்துக்கலாம், சாமிஜி சொல்லிட்டாரு போலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அவங்களையும் பேசி கூப்பிட்டு வந்துட்டோம். இங்க வந்து ரொம்ப சேஃபா இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி நெகட்டிவ் தாட் இல்ல, கொரோனா வந்துருச்சு வருமா வராதாங்கிற அந்த பயம் இல்ல. சுவாமிஜி நல்லா சேஃபா கவனிச்சுக்கிறாரு அப்படிங்கிற திருப்தியா ஆனந்தமா இருக்கு.
So Aya has finally he is in the best protection, COVID care protection inside the Adi Kailasa Sarvagna Peetham on the laps of Parashakti and Paramashiva. So he says literally he was unable to take even the RT-PCR test for COVID-19, so to reach the ashram. So he says that only one decision to come to Adi Kailasa because Swamiji has said. So with that one decision, he started moving things, and with that decision, everything fell in place. And he says even he tried in 3 places for the RT-PCR test, but he could not make it. So finally, the decision and the deep connection which he had with Swamiji, and that only feeling connection that when Swamiji has said it, he is going to make it happen for me. He got that PCR test done, and finally, without even applying for the e-pass, so even that got very easy for him, and he could very beautifully come into the Adi Kailasa Sarvagna Peetham and protect himself along with his family. ஐயா, இப்போ நீங்க ஆசிரமத்துக்குள்ள வந்து இப்போ உள்ளுக்குள்ள என்ன மாதிரியா ஒரு சேஃப்டி மெஷர் இப்போ உங்களுக்கு வந்து காலையில இருந்து உங்களுக்கு என்ன பயிற்சிகள் கொடுக்கப்படுகிறது, அதை பத்தி கொஞ்சம் விவரமா சொல்லுங்க.
காலையில 5 மணிக்கு யோகா எழுப்பினாங்க ரொட்டீனா. யோகா பண்ணுவோம். யோகா முடிச்சுட்டு ஃப்ரெஷ் அப் ஆயிட்டு வந்து குரு பூஜை பண்ணிட்டு டைமுக்கு டிஃபன் லஞ்ச் எல்லாம் வந்துடுது. அது கொஞ்சம் சுத்தி இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த ரொட்டீன் ஒர்க் அந்த அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட் பண்றதுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவோம். மற்றபடி
வெளியில இருந்ததுக்கும் இப்ப வெளியில இந்த கோவிட்ல இருந்ததுக்கும் இப்ப உள்ள இருக்கிறதுக்கும் உள்ள உங்க மனநிலை, உங்க உணர்வு நிலை எப்படி இருக்குங்க, அதை பத்தி சொல்லுங்க.
முதல்ல வந்து ஆசிரமத்து உள்ள நுழையும் போது 15 நாள் குவாரண்டைன் சொன்னாங்க. அப்ப நமக்கு ஒரு மாதிரி உள்ளுணர்வு ஒரு மாதிரியா தெரிஞ்சு 15 நாள் எப்படி நம்ம அங்க இருந்தாவே லாக்டவுன் போட்டு எங்கேயாவது தனிமைப்படுத்திடுவாங்கன்னு ஒரு பயம் இருந்தது. இங்கேயும் குவாரண்டைன் வந்து தனிமைப்படுத்துன்னு சொல்றாங்களே, எப்படி இருக்க போறோம் அப்படின்னு இருந்தோம். அந்த 15 நாள் எப்படி போச்சுன்னே தெரியல. அவ்வளவு ஃப்ரீடமா இருந்துச்சு. இது தனிமையா குவாரண்டைன் இருந்தாலும் அவ்வளவு ஃப்ரீடமா இருந்துச்சு. குவாரண்டைன் இருந்த ஒரு அஃபெக்ஷன் இல்ல. எப்பவும் போல சாமிஜியோட எனர்ஜியில இருக்கிற மாதிரியே தான் இருந்தது. நல்ல ஒரு திருப்தியா தான் இருந்தது. அதுல எந்த ஒரு இது இல்லை.
So I is continuing to say that the fear is the only factor that is hitting the people in the outside world. So that one fear, he's completely he's not able to experience that fear, and he's out of the fear. And he says the whole lifestyle, like getting up early in the morning and doing the Nitya yoga and doing the Nitya puja and having the organic food and breathing fresh air with all the protective kashayams, the Ayurvedic and the Siddha medications that has been given, and physically being active and receiving Devi Parashakti's Akashic readings and spiritually enriching ourselves. So all these, he says, literally there is a complete transformation in the whole inner space. So he said that if we go into the Adina, so we'll be in the quarantine. So if we are in quarantine, so what will we do? So he was literally confused, but he says, I didn't even know how the 15-day quarantine period went up. So it was so blissful, and the whole lifestyle inside is completely fear-free and so happy and blissful. So literally we forget about the fear of COVID-19 or fear of death or whatever is happening in the outside world. ஐயா, இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ரொம்ப ஆனந்தமா இப்போ உள்ள வந்து இந்த கோவிட் ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் கேர்ல சாமியோட ஆசீர்வாதத்துல உள்ள இருக்கீங்க. இப்ப வெளியே இருக்கிற பல பக்தர்கள் சாமி வந்து தொடர்ந்து சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க, இந்த வருடம் முழுக்க உயிரோடு இருக்கிறது மட்டும்தான் ஒரே ப்ராஃபிட், அதை தவிர வந்து வேற எந்த ஒரு ப்ராஃபிட்டும் கிடையாது. சோ அவங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் நீங்க வந்து என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்க, அதை பத்தி சொல்லுங்க.
அவங்களும் முடிந்த வரைக்கும் இங்க சாமியோட ப்ரொடெக்ஷன்ல வந்து சேவ் ஆகிக்கிறது நல்லது அப்படிங்கறதுதான் சொல்றோம். நாமளும் நிறைய பேர் சொல்லி இருக்கிறோம். சொன்னாலும் ஏன்னா நம்மளையே வெளியே எடுக்கிறது அவங்க நிறைய பார்த்தாங்க. இருந்தாலும் முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் நம்ம சொன்னோம். இப்ப வந்துட்டோம். இப்ப வந்து போன் பண்ணி கேட்டாங்க, நான் சொல்லியிருந்தா வந்திருப்பேன் அப்படின்னா. இப்போ ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லைங்க, நீங்க வந்து இந்த டெஸ்ட் எல்லாம் எடுக்கணும், டெஸ்ட் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு கூடிய சீக்கிரம் வந்துருங்க. ஆனா அங்க லாக்டவுன் ஓபன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, நீ அங்க போனது இங்கே இருக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி பேசுறாங்க. இல்ல, இதை விட இன்னும் ஆபத்தான அடுத்த கட்டம் வரும் அப்படி இல்லைன்னா சுவாமிஜி சொல்ல மாட்டாரு, நீங்க வந்து ஷேப்பா இருங்க, அப்படி இல்லைன்னா இங்க கூட வந்துருங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி இருக்கிறோம். இன்னும் நிறைய சொல்றோம்.
கண்டிப்பாங்க. அதாவது வெளியில இருக்கவங்களுக்கு இப்ப அவங்க உள்ள வாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றது ஒண்ணு. சோ இதனுடைய முக்கியத்துவம் என்ன அப்படின்ட்டு நீங்க என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்க பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிற நேயர்களுக்கு?
என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, அதான் விரைவில் உடனடியா சாமிஜி சரணடைஞ்சு இங்க ஆதிகலாயத்துக்கு வந்து நம்ம தன்னோட உயிரை பார்த்து இந்த வருஷத்துல உயிரை சேவ் பண்ணிக்கிறது தான் முக்கியமான விஷயம். மற்ற எந்த ஒரு விஷயமும் இப்ப அவசியம் இல்லாதது. நம்ம உயிரை சேவ் பண்றது சாமிஜியோட ஆதிகலாயத்துக்கு வர்றதுதான் முக்கியம். அத பண்றதுதான் முதல் கடமையா இருக்கணும். அதுதான் நான் சொல்றேன்.
So Kuttapanaya is saying that whoever is watching this show, like as Parashakti has revealed and Paramashiva has also revealed, so the only profit for this whole year is keeping yourself alive. So you coming inside and protecting yourself and taking all the preventive measures, because as already revealed by Parashakti, the third wave of COVID is fast approaching in the month of Purtasi between August and September. So the only way to keep us alive and protected is come and enjoy the effect of Parashakti and Paramashiva in the Adi Kailasa Peter. So that is what Aya wants to convey to all the viewers who are watching this. Solunga. நல்லதுங்க, ரொம்ப நன்றிங்க. Yes. So as we all saw, like the beautiful sharing from Kuttapanaya from Salem. So we'll be right back after a short break. So we'll be now moving on to the next segment of this program, our manifestation. So let us all get ready to manifest the powers of Paramashiva, and we can join to have the Devi Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan and Akashic reading at 2 a.m. IST tomorrow morning. So thank you everyone. We'll be moving on to the next segment of our manifestation. Nityanandam.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gaganasadushnam Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatītam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing life.
Foolproof. Science of power manifestation. Science of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explained the power manifestation. What is power manifestation? This is a science because each one of us can manifest and it can be repeated any number of times. When we follow all these instructions, simply we manifest all the reality. The science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof, and all the evidences that a human can experience the superconscious breakthrough in his lifetime. Here clearly given the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural references, eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, all the Aptas, who are the authority of Hinduism, who manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, which is scientific and foolproof. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of each power manifestation, Bhagavan's very own Leelas of manifesting all the powers as per Shastra. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple devotees, followers, and initiated by Bhagavan into the science of our manifestation. Like all of us, whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard manifests the powers of Paramashiva during this deep meditative space. All of us experiencing that space of oneness manifest us all as our auspiciousness, abundance in our life. That is what is science of our manifestation. Pratyaksha Pramana, there is scientific study that what we experience in this whole program, this whole science which is given to us as a science of enlightenment, which is the measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state, the thoughtlessness space continuously happening as reality. That is possible for each one of us and it is manifested as powers. Beautifully, let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Bhagavan has given very powerful Shastra Pramana for us to experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Of essential reality. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 54, Dharana 31. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, they are being absorbed in the soul and simply Para Devi Adi Shakti is revealed. Or the whole
by the experience of restful awareness. Source cause Sadashiva, reality. They are being absorbed in constitution. How to clear that, to experience the
while you grow, your parents, it is
power manifestation. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
स्वदेहे जगतो वापि सूक्ष्मतराणि च तत्त्वानि यानि निलयं ध्यात्वान्ते व्यज्यते परा.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experiences consciousness beyond the mind. Tantra is a method where you can experience consciousness beyond the mind. And Parameshwara clearly says how we can experience that. Cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitute principle of your whole body. Swadeha, or the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in the source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts. An ultimate universe, divine power, Para Devi, Parashakti, Adi Shakti, is revealed and the supreme power manifested happens. Beautifully it says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitute principle of your whole body. All the time when we are caught up in the outer world, we are in the delusion. We keep again and again reiterating. Every minute we are reiterating how every minute you're breathing. You're also reiterating that I am doing, I am seeing, I am listening. It is only the I. That is what Bhagavan says. Drop the I. The screen is only in the I. If you drop the I, then you can experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Beautiful story of Bhagavan says how Krishna was lying down and Arjuna and Duryodhana before the war goes to ask for Krishna help. So both of them go. First Duryodhana goes and then Krishna goes. Duryodhana chooses to stand next to Krishna's head and Arjuna goes to his feet, lotus feet. And beautifully when Krishna opened his eyes, he saw Arjuna. And he said, first I see Arjuna and he's the younger one. He is going to be asking first. Duryodhana was upset. Why he's not giving me? Because I came first here. But then to show how even if you're given the first choice, what is the choice he takes? 11 crore of his Sena, Krishna's Sena is there. Krishna is there. And what does he want? And Arjuna says, I need nothing other than you. Other than you, nothing is a possibility for me. And Arjuna knows very beautifully how he can win all the war if he allows Krishna to manifest, Krishna to be his charioteer. And Duryodhana thinks, what will Krishna do one person with so many of the soldiers? So let me take the soldiers. 11 crore soldiers, he asked, the whole Sena. And Krishna said, Tatastu. And who won the war? Bhagavan beautifully says how if you merge into him, every happening, that is him who's performing. There is no you. But we take the credit of as though we are executing something here. We are getting some benefit out of it and we are experiencing some achievement out of it. If we drop all three and we understand how we need to function, how Arjuna was in such a beautiful oneness space. Bhagavan beautifully says in each of the space that we are, when we are angry and upset, it's literally like a drunkard driver driving our car, Rajasic. And if we are lazy, boredom, tiredness, it is like a drunkard driver added with a dumb and a deaf. If Krishna is a driver, how would he execute your life? And if you have a drunkard driver, how would you have a car? You will be holding your heart in your hand when you are in the car. And how would it be, or if it is a flight, even worse, and a dumb and a deaf and a drunkard person driving your vehicle? That is what we understand and we merge into. We'll understand the higher science. All your incompletion is all your drunkard drivers. Again and again, you falling into that is going to hurt you more deeply. If you understand, let Krishna manifest everything, whether it is a cup of coffee or whether you're walking with your friend or you have major official discussion that you're having. Everything, let him handle it. Bhagavan Paramashiva is waiting to manifest your reality and waiting to make it the best possibility and auspiciousness and abundance. Instead of we interfering, we merge into the oneness and understanding we are Paramashiva. Each one of us is the ultimate. We can experience the ultimate, just like Arjuna. When Arjuna asked Krishna, how can I go kill my own uncle and my cousins? If we are given that choice, what would we do? The same thing he went through. But Krishna beautifully said, where are you doing anything? There is nothing first you're doing. I have taken care of everything. And there is nothing can be lost and nothing can be gained. We are absolute. Where is that you are killing anybody? Tell me that. It is only the poses of all that projected as a drama, a play, a dream. But there is nothing which is getting killed. In the movie, if somebody gets killed, will you be upset? You'll go out and you'll be talking to them. Arjuna, why are you upset? Why are you getting upset that life, you have lost something? How can you lose? Wake up. This is just an act that you have to do. And then Arjuna understands deeply that there is nothing which is lost because he is absolute. Nobody is dead. And they are in the beautiful space of Karna Moksha, Bhishma Moksha. They are going to get liberated even better. And how can you say they are going through something wrong and you are doing something wrong? What is that? And he says all the morality that he has to follow. He says only when in the context you are doing that, it becomes all the confusion. When you align to the highest reality, you are a Kshatriya. You are born to do what you are supposed to do. We, each one of us, have a beautiful happening why we came here and we have to play the part. When we go out of track, then comes the problem. But as long as we are manifesting what Paramashiva is manifesting through us and aligning to the super conscious space, we are manifesting exactly how Bhagavan is manifesting through us and getting liberated. Unnecessarily, we getting confused with what is happening and blaming and confused with what we are going through is causing more damage to us, and that is what we are projecting as reality and again getting confused and incomplete with that. And all that puts us into boredom, tiredness, disease, and finally death. The death is again an illusion which is created for us again and again. We create in this cycle of birth and death. If we wake up to the whole thing, we'll understand there is nothing as death, there is nothing as birth. Bhagavan's lotus feet is where we reside continuously as Paramashiva and manifesting all the auspiciousness and living as the highest reality and manifesting all that in our life. Nobody ran away from life to experience this. They were all great enlightened beings living in their proper house or in kingdom, ruling and doing all the things in most beautiful space of oneness. So let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas who have experienced those powerful spaces. Here during Mahabharata war, Lord Indra, this is for the power of body scanning. Here Indra goes and asks, he goes as a Brahmin in disguise, asked for the Kavacha and Kundala to save his son Arjuna. Indra does not understand the higher reality what Krishna is creating, an illusion for everybody to understand, removing all the unconsciousness and raising the humanity into the ultimate space of oneness. All the avatars come down to remove the ego, unconsciousness, and bless us with the ultimate auspiciousness, being patient and doing whatever he says in integrity and obedience, surrendering everything to Bhagavan's lotus feet is the only thing that we need to do again and again. And any thought which comes, again surrender, and simply the reality will be clearly shown what and why, whatever he's showing us as our presence. Beautifully here, they say Karna knew the whole thing. This is in Bhishma Parva in Mahabharata, the references. And Karna knew and that it is Indra who has come. Knowing that very well, he will lose the war if he doesn't have the kavacha. He gives the kavacha and kundala to Indra. Indra came with a selfish motive, he gave it. Again, Krishna comes to take his punya to liberate him. And he know Krishna himself is asking for the punya. Simply he gave that also. The space that Indra, the Karna had was so beautiful. That is why it's Karna Moksha. It is not Karna Vada. And very few got liberated, and one of them was Karna. Such a beautiful space he is in. Knowing everything and giving is the ultimate gift for experience that space. Now let's listen to Bhagavan, how beautifully he is giving us the ultimate science of how it reflects into our brain and how we can manifest the higher science of reality. Each one of us.
Sorry if I am presenting too complicated things. I'll try to map it down to your language and the way you can grasp. Fundamentally, the researchers are trying to convey the various dimensions. 1D means rod, 2D means plank, 3D means cube, and the fourth D is a spatial dimension called time. The scientists are trying to explain, the researchers are trying to explain through this algebraic topology, which works like a telescope and microscope together. It is not just this 4-dimension alone our brain is perceiving. Our brain is able to perceive higher dimensions, multiple dimensions. Because of that, they come to a conclusion, multiple dimensions exist because the reflection shows the multiple dimension perceptions. Not only the possibility, but as a reality. They are saying that many of these algebraic topology data they have discovered, they try to map it and see its effect on the rat's brain, and the researchers are confirming many of this data is very realistic. Understand? This is where I wanted to suggest to them. One, please study Vidya Pada of Agamas. You will have a lot of input, support and direction. That is one. Second, if you are really interested only in research, if you are not interested in any vested interests, come. You don't need to waste your time on putting your algebraic topology, projections, mathematics on the rat's brain and study. I'll give you live brain. You can study mine. I will reflect this whole 11 dimension, what is out there in here purely. Study all the 86 billion neurons and its activities simultaneously. I am not interested in any of the pride, all these that. I am saying, let's do something good to the world. Not only me, I can recommend and request many of my disciples also to support you in your research. We can live reflect. Understand? Scientists are equipped with a
algebraical topology which functions like a telescope and microscope together for microcosm, brain, pindanda. We are equipped with third eye penetrated by oneness, third eye opened by oneness, can be used same way algebraic topology is used in microcosm. We can use the third eye penetrated by the oneness in macrocosm. Understand? Scientists with their algebraic topology, which can function like a telescope and microscope together, study the multi-dimensional happening in the brain. We Shaivites, empowered by Mahasadashiva, whose third eyes are penetrated by the oneness, can show precisely what is out there in here. All of you are able to understand. In the macrocosm brain, algebraic topology helps like a telescope and microscope to study what is going on in this. With that only they are coming to many understandings. I am telling them, please come here. We have cosmic algebraic topology, third eye penetrated by oneness, which can function a cosmic telescope and microscope together. I can project and tell you precisely what is happening in the sun now. The precise temperature change or precise happenings of the sun, and precisely what is happening in your eardrum when you hear these words from my mouth. Understand? Microcosms, telescope and microscope is algebraic topology. Macrocosms, telescope and microscope together is third eye penetrated by oneness. As long as third eye is not penetrated by oneness, it is not opened, it is not initiated. The moment it is initiated, if the third eye is penetrated by the oneness, it acts as telescope and microscope together for cosmos, Brahmanda, what is out there. I can provide two help to these scientists by giving the documentation about what is out there by the person who owns everything out there. It's an owner's document. Who created and who is sustaining his own internal document. That is one. Second, I can provide direction and evidence of whatever is out there by making the pure reflection of that in here. Live human brain. You don't need a rat and rat's brain. We have now enough of powers, empowered human beings who can just through their brain, show you precisely what's going on now in Kailasa, what's going on now in Tapoloka, what's going on now in Bur, Bhuva and Suva, in all the different lokas. Understand, you do not need to use the rat's brain to map the data you collect through algebraic topology and verify them with the reality. We can provide, not only I am open, and many of my disciples whose third eye is penetrated by the oneness. I have not even entered into what I am supposed to share today. I am only introducing the fundamental understandings. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is rich man's religion. Means who is really rich in everything.
Beautiful.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the sun reveals itself to us and we study that. The whole concept of the outer world revealing itself to us because we are in oneness. And the third eye penetrated through oneness, simply we manifest the higher powers. Now you can experience beautifully the balasans in the courtyard. That is why Bhagavan says, Kailash courtyard, whoever comes, I will manifest extraordinary power. Here you can see all these balasans are extraordinarily manifesting all the powers, and the devotee is sharing that experience here.
Really amazing to watch all the wonderful balasans that I was working with. So I'd like to introduce Prema Swarupa Maharaj. Okay. Ajara Maharaj. Jnana Prakasha Maharaj. And also Mahadeva Maharaj. So we started off yesterday's by playing with body scanning, remote vision, and all of them were able to tell me very accurately what I had in my house, what I had in my bedroom, and even some of them can even tell that I had a pet, and the other Maharaj said that I had a cat, and even described the cat color. So this was very amazing. Then we moved to, I think it was Jnana Prakasha and also Mahadeva Maharaj. I asked them to tell me my blood group, and it was 100% spot on. Even before I finished the question, they already tell me the answer, which is O+. So I will let them share about the powers that they manifest very powerfully after taking Aushada. Prema Swarupa Maharaj, would you like to go first?
My name is Srinitya Prema Swarupananda. Yesterday, actually, Swamiji had given us the Aushada to apply on our head, and we had to take the Aushada and we have to put it on our head. And once we put the Aushada on our head, Swamiji told start manifesting all the powers, and then one by one we started manifesting all the powers. So the power which I did not manifest before, and once we put the Aushada on our head, Swamiji told start manifesting all the powers, and then one by one we started manifesting all the powers. So the power which I did not manifest before, the Aushada, which was the distance reading. So what she did is she wrote a word and she kept it with herself without showing it to me. And then once she told me, tell me what I have written. And then I was just able to easily see it and tell it was Shiva what she wrote, and I was able to easily see it. And then the next power is I was able to scan her heart rate, how much it was per minute. I was able to scan her heart rate without touching her or without doing anything. And then I was able to even do that correctly, and it was perfect. And I was not able to manifest these powers before the Aushada. And now I'm able to manifest any powers, and I know that I can manifest all the powers of Sadashiva. And it's very easy after the initiation into the Aushada, after Swamiji giving the Aushada to this, to all of us. Thank you, Nityananda.
So Prema Swarupa Maharaj, yesterday I wrote Shiva on a piece of paper, and I actually sat on the paper with the word facing down so that there is no way of them being able to read, from over my shoulder. And he read it 100% spot on. Yes. So next I would like to introduce Ajara Maharaj to share his experience.
My name is Srinitya Ajarananda. So what I wanted to share today about the Aushadha process initiation Swamiji gave yesterday, it was something like really powerful for me, because Swamiji, first thing he said, you can play with the powers. Like you have a set of 60 powers, you can play with them randomly. Whatever power you want, or you make up your own power and you can play with it. So first thing when I came and sat with the Aushadha, I thought like, let me try doing the normal powers which I usually manifest, the third eye, body scanning, house scanning and all that. So when I sat and scanned when I did the house scanning, usually how it comes, like when I close my eyes, I look through my third eye for a few seconds and then scenes start to appear and then I can see. So when I did the house scanning, after the Aushadha initiation, when I did the house scanning, the second I close my eyes, it's like my vision just switches into the house. So when I close my eyes, I can just see like a 3D view of the entire house, and then it's like a virtual reality. So it was something so powerful and it was so clear for me. And then I started trying to manifest various different other powers. Like before I couldn't manifest length, and Ma had asked me like to tell her birthday. And then I thought, okay, so let me just try doing it as rapid as I can. So I just close my eyes and I look at her through my third eye, and immediately I see July. And then I tell that and she tells it's absolutely correct. So it didn't even take a single second to scan. Like the minute you close your eyes, it just appears. It's something so powerful. So for all of you out there, I wanted to say, like, whether you manifest powers or not, you should come and get the Aushadha initiation. You will know like a whole new level of manifesting powers. Like whether you manifest it or not, like right now you can be manifesting to a certain level. But when you come and get this initiation, then you'll understand how rapidly you can create your own power and you can manifest.
Next, I would like to introduce Mahadeva Maharaj. Yesterday, he was sharing with me, Mahadeva Maharaj, that after the Aushadha, he actually manifested the power of consciousness over matter. He was able to roll the pencil on the floor, and also he told me that GPS was really quick, and for him, the length question was 100% spot on. And he was also one of the Maharaj who accurately tell me my blood group. Yes. And then the other one is Jnana Prakasha Maharaj. So as we were sitting on the stage, waiting for our turn just now, Jnana Prakasha Maharaj could actually remotely scan my mother. He has never met her. I've never put my mother's picture on Facebook or anywhere, but he was able to tell me how she looked like, what are the health problems that she has, and even tell me her age. Yes. So, and one more thing for Jnana Prakasha Maharaj, he also manifested very powerfully the consciousness over matter, this power. He was able to roll the pencil. He moved the pen on the ground very quickly, and his body scan and blood group, he scanned it very accurately, and also he did the GPS for me. I asked him just now to tell me how to get from my house to the bus interchange, and he accurately described the directions to walk out of my house and to walk down the stairs.
Beautifully, how Bhagavan explained that the most auspiciousness for each one of us is the power manifestation space to heal and to manifest all the reality. Bhagavan here, they have done a scientific study that how Bhagavan heals. He says very clearly, when he is in deep samadhi space, when each one of us, when we feel the connected oneness space, the cells which are getting regenerated in our system, constantly cells are getting, new cells are born and the old cells are dying. Like a migration birds, it's happening in our body. And those cells, when are coming new, we are in the confusion state. Like I said, we are in chaos. Then we copy the old pattern and then recreate the same problem. But when we are in oneness with Paramashiva, those very moments, when we are in oneness, we recreate the cells without copying the old patterns. And that is how the healing starts happening. And each time we are in such a meditative space, all of us together in the oneness space, simply we manifest the higher reality. Bhagavan clearly explained the Balasans who manifested the powers, the Aushadha. How can we apply the Aushadha? Bhagavan has beautifully given all these basma, turmeric and kumkum. All that you can get it from the nearest temple and apply it every day so that the whole detox happens here. And turmeric, you can apply it every night to detox the whole part of third eye. Bhagavan says, these 2 points and this point, if you put a needle, how you will feel, that's the circuit. And simply applying it fully and the third eye, the 3 points, will detox you and make you manifest powers. In Gurukul, when kids are waking up, when they go to sleep, when they are before yoga, before eating, after eating, every time we ask them to apply the basma. Again and again putting the Aushadha again and again makes us into the highest reality of Paramashiva. There are multiple things. The Bhasma reminds us that one day we are going to be this ashes unless we wake up to the higher signs. Otherwise, again and again, we are gone back to the birth and death cycle. And Aushadha reminds us the Paramashiva space in us that can manifest as higher signs. Now we are going to do the power of body scanning. Body scanning is one of the most auspicious space where healing happens. Even if people are not manifesting powers, if they just come and to Kailash Kotyar, where Bhagwan's presence is there, simply healing will happen. So many has shared that how they come to Kailash Kotyar manifesting power space and how the healing has happened in so many ways. Every day, all of us sitting and meditating in the deep oneness with Paramashiva, understanding that we are Parashakti, that 25 heads on our neck and 75 eyes we are looking through and 50 hands that we are experiencing is not something just a fantasy. It is how we become the Paramashiva space simply opens up our reality. In the outer world, we know that we become the hero or heroine, try to dress like them, try to behave like them. We become them. But if you again and again hold that you are Paramashiva, you have the eternal nectar. You become the conscious, super conscious being where you can manifest any reality. You can become auspiciousness. You can become Kayakalpa, the ultimate science of manifesting the power of living beyond all this death and birth cycle. All this science gets downloaded, the higher reality and higher experience, living as superconscious being on planet Earth, instead of just suffering as human, raising to the being of us, how we can experience the oneness. Now, if you have a partner to scan the blood group, that's fine. Or you write down all the blood group and call up and find out if it is right. Or you can scan for VIPs on Google where they have given the blood group of them. So beautifully, you can experience the oneness with Paramashiva and manifest all the powers. Now, let's go get into the meditation. Let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. The deep completion, unclutch from every thought. Again and again, surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet whenever you have a thought. That is completely unclutching from anything that you know as you. There is nothing in us that we need to have as our identity. Everything surrendering to Paramashiva's lotus feet, we raise into the higher signs. How when you go to sleep, you just surrender your identity and go into the deep sleep dream state. You don't know whether you're a male or female in the deep sleep. Same way, surrender yourself to the Paramashiva space consciously for a few minutes. Go into that oneness space with Paramashiva, constantly entangling with him, chanting the Mahavakya deeply, your whole being vibrating with that, and being in the oneness with Paramashiva, chanting the Mahavakya, unclutching from anything that you know as your identity. And whatever is downloaded, please write down, and we will, even if you have a person that you have already scanned, already known the blood group, you can further scan and heal that person and give them all the details. Now let's start the cycle one. Deeply get into the meditation. Few minutes every day will make you so beautiful. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya, holding Paramashiva in your third eye, continuously remembering Parashakti, Devi's compassion, Devi's overflowing love, Devi's overflowing care for each and every one of you, and Devi's continuous reminder of how we can manifest her as our reality. Let's hold that, how a mother is holding us, and manifest the powers of Paramashiva, manifest the power of body scanning. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya.
Nityananda Paramashivam Om Nityananda Paramashivam Om Nityananda Paramashivam Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, now please verify authentically whatever prasada you have received. Please open your eyes, and whatever you have written down, please verify authentically that it is correct what you have manifested and what Paramashiva has shown. It was so nice that my whole space was so shocked when I knew my son scanned my mother, and he said, "Ma, you should go and get admitted. Your arteries are full and you're going to get an heart attack." And she didn't bother about that. She thought a small kid is saying something. And then she went to hospital for finding out that if she can go for vacation. And it so happened the doctor scanned and said exactly the same words. Then she said, "Oh my God, what your son is saying is exactly what the doctor is saying." Obviously, it's Paramashiva saying, it's not somebody saying. So then she got the surgery done and she did not have any problem. This body scan is such a truthful and beautiful space to experience in oneness with Paramashiva. He shows us all that which we need for us to get past all this incompletion and makes us into pure space where we can manifest all the superconscious reality. Bhagavan has beautifully given us this opportunity to hold this oneness space and continuously bless everybody. When you're doing scanning, you're not just doing scanning, you're actually healing the person also. And when you scan even a person you already know, so much of healing is happening because all that you're going into the space of oneness, and through that oneness you're connecting to somebody. Simply they are also in the same space for a few seconds where they experience that oneness with you, where it gets revealed for you. So understand the signs, how it existed in reality, how people downloaded, how they healed, how they operated. It's from conscious space. They didn't have a lab nor a hospital to do all these things, but only a conscious space where they manifested whatever they are manifesting as reality. Now, very beautiful. You can share it in the chat. You can share it in tinyurl.com at the end of the session. Now we'll have one more cycle. We'll scan few more people for their blood group. If you want to scan for their problems, you can go ahead. If you want to scan the same person for different things, yes, please go ahead. And more that gets revealed, ask them to go and verify with the doctor and ask them to completely go and check if you have done any remedy, if you have suggested some remedy, or if you have suggested something that you found in the scan. Please ask them to consult everything with the doctor so that they understand the science much more deeply. And if you're scanning somebody and healing somebody, make sure the whole space of Paramashiva manifesting through them as reality. Bhagavan's blessing is fully for them and let them get healed. So many of them are suffering now with so much of losses that is going on. And your healing and your meditating space increases the healing space for them and they can manifest as their beautiful reality. So let's go into this second cycle of manifesting the power of body scanning. Scan the person for the blood group, and if you want to scan for something else also, whatever Parashakti is revealing, please make a note of that, and any instruction or any scanning, please give it to them at the end of the session. So let's get into the beautiful space of oneness, the meditation deep space. Let's chant the Mahavakya for a few minutes. Put off the cell phone. If you put off the cell phone, your mind is already off. And be with Paramashiva, Parashakti, her beautiful gesture, her compassion, overflowing love, initiation. If you just remember her, you will simply feel her blessing you in complete oneness. She is manifesting as Parashakti in you, the ultimate gift that you can experience. And whatever she reveals, just start making a note. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And remember Parashakti, and let's start chanting the Mahavakya.
All our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्या
So beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has shown, those few minutes, please go ahead and share. Billions are suffering from so many problems, and simply you are blessed to be here today to manifest such a powerful space of healing, scanning, and all that Paramashiva has blessed and initiated and made all of you experience that oneness space. Share that with the world and heal the world. Each one of you take 5 minutes of your time, 3 minutes of your time, just even one line. Your powerful cognition and your power manifestation. You can share the videos, photos, and you can share whatever you have experienced. Even simple things, the cognitive shift that you have had. Please share in your social media or in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. We ask you to share because more and more you contribute to others' life, you'll understand how much it matters for you. Your contribution to others has changed so many of them, and simply that reflects in your change and manifest the higher science. How the higher science works, Bhagavan beautifully says, and simple integrity and simple obedience of a simple things, we will know how best we can manifest the superconscious space. The shortest distance to Bhagavan is the gratitude. And when you share the gratitude and ask Bhagavan to make Paramashiva as your reality, and more you are in oneness with Paramashiva. If you see the $ at the end of the chat, you can contribute anything, a single dollar of your currency and whatever single unit of your currency and whatever you want to offer to Kailasha. Simply all this just makes your space more and more pure and consciousness. These are simple acts. That's all we are doing. It's like 2 minutes and 3 minutes, but so much is benefited from it. The medicine can be so small, but it heals your body. Like that, all these things are very important. And if we manifest all that, we are going to be a superconscious being soon for experiencing all the powers of Paramashiva. This is not some myth or some story. Bhagavan is slowly making us understand. From 2010, if you've seen, 3 years he took us for us to understand what is download, what is third eye. And the Bala since 2013, they started manifesting. And slowly by 2015 and 16, they started manifesting about 70 powers. And now they are able to manifest 400 powers. It is scientifically proven. And again, if you go to Paramashivam program, you'll understand it is starting new now. All of you can understand how each one of you having a breakthrough. And these breakthrough are not some superficial or some positive thinking, but conscious breakthrough where he's raising the humanity. And slowly he's bringing the humanity to the superconscious space. How the Siddhas lived, how the Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, all of them. Janaka was a king, emperor, and he could manifest all the powers, but he was a king and he was an enlightened king. So all this science is bringing back to planet Earth. All of us again and again coming to Kailash Kotiyar, thanking each one of you to experience that oneness and manifest as powers. And let's surrender all this powerful cognition and power manifestation to Bhagavan's lotus feet and thank Bhagavan with the deepest yearning. Ask Bhagavan to manifest Paramashiva as my lifestyle. With that, thanking each one of you, let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवं पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. Thank you so much, each one of you. After the satsang, after the darshan, we'll have another Kailash Kotyar. Stay tuned and we can experience that oneness and beautiful space of Paramashiva. Thank you, Nityananda.
मूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनितिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिगौपीनवसनः तदानो दुष्टारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते. Nityanandam. With the divine grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Swaram Shivam, we are happy to bring you the Rudrabhishekam for COVID healing here from Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya in Adi Kailasa Nityananda Peetam. We are happy to bring you a temple experience that is virtual, spiritual, educational, and devotional. Here in Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya in Adi Kailasa Nityananda Peeta, we hold the world's most sacred deities who have been energized by Prakriti herself, by the energy of the cosmos itself, and given to the world as a portal through which they can cognize cosmic energy. It is here, it is under this very banyan tree of Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva. The banyan tree itself is Paramashiva, as it has grown out of the very body of him. It is his very skin. The leaves are his very skin. And when we sit under this tree, we have an experience of his direct presence. Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva is there in the form of this Kalpavriksha banyan tree. And it is under this banyan tree that the form, the Sakala form of Paramashiva, sat with Devi Parashakti and taught the Shiva Sutras, Vijnana Bhairava Tantras, aphorisms of truth, techniques to put one into enlightenment. These were all taught to Devi, this very tree. In a very intimate way, the Kashmiri Saiva Tantra reveals how Paramashiva sat, the Devi sitting on his very lap, how he held her and taught to her these great truths, and how, being the first disciple, Devi Parashakti was passive in deep space of listening and oneness with Paramashiva. It is in this very space that many have experienced that same being on the lap of Shiva, being held on the lap of Paramashiva, in the presence of our beloved Swamiji, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. He is the 1008 incarnation of Paramashiva, and he is this very Kalpavriksha, and he is very much the Paramashiva that is here. seeing him sitting under this tree. Blessed are those few who had that opportunity to sit with him under this banyan tree, experience that same space that Dakshinamurti created through his silence. Such a silence it is to sit in the presence of the Master. Dakshinamurti's silence was so penetrating that it penetrated into the deeper layers of the minds of the old sages and removed from those layers their doubts and distresses that clinged to them for their whole old lives. But in that silence, everything was removed. It is in that very silence that Swamiji had given a glimpse of enlightenment, many under this very tree, during the inner awakening programs. It is an opportunity and a privilege of many janmas over to be able to sit under this. Especially in these times when we see the COVID being rampant, and we are seeing that COVID is very much there by knowing someone or the other who has passed away from it. We have seen death very closely. And in these moments, we are asking ourselves the fundamental questions about what is death? What happens when we die? What happens after we die? And then what is the purpose of anything? The same questions that were asked by Devi Parashakti seated on Paramashiva's lap, we are asking ourselves today. We have come to terms with our own mortality, that our life will not go on forever. Life cannot be taken for granted, and those who are intelligent are taking the proper preventive and protective measures to ensure that they can live a little longer and cherish the life they have, rather than lose it in this delusion of COVID. Swamiji is gracefully creating Adi Kailasa as the ark for everyone to come and take care of themselves in a preventive and protective quarantine, so that they have that opportunity to live longer, cherish their existence. Manushyatvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurusha Samshayaha, says Adi Shankara Acharya Bhagavad Pada in the Viveka Chudamani. Manushyatvam means it is rarest among the births, among the souls, to have the birth of a human, to be born as a Manushya, of a human. Human birth is very rare. Devi Parashakti in the Arulvak, Akashic, Parashakti, Akashic readings reveal the same, that it is of 58 million yonis, after which human birth takes place. Mumukshatvam means even among those born as humans, those who are rarer are those who have lived the human birth millions of times over and experience this lethargy of the cycle of birth and death. The repetition tires them. The desires are not for living again, but the desires are for liberation. To be liberated from the cycle of birth and death that they are pulled to, that pulls no more, just pulls you back into the cycle again and again. The tiredness and the saturation of the people's desires and the maturity that they experience gives them a desire for the ultimate liberation from this cycle. Be in oneness with Paramashiva. To be finally liberated, the soul can go back to the source. That is what is mumukshatvam, to be able to want to be liberated. Finally, rarer those are those who have the association with the Mahapurushas, with the great incarnations of Paramashiva. Mahapurusha Samsayaha, meaning whoever has the close relation of the Guru, whoever has the Guru in their life, Paramashiva himself in their life, as the Mahapurusha, as the one taking care of them, guiding them, telling them how to have liberation, literally taking care of their liberation for them. And all we have to do is relax, and be here in his presence. Swamiji says the greatest profit of this year is to stay alive. And he's creating and urging everyone to create a preventive and protective quarantines around them so that they can survive this pralaya, this great delusion COVID is creating, both physical world, mentally, and economically, in all fronts. Adikailasa, Adikailasa is a kshetra where one can experience that same being seated on the lap of the Guru. The very earth and the very water, the very nutrition that comes from this land supports and gives one that ability. They say that always you should grow your own food and eat. Because Bhudevi, after listening to you, Bhudevi, the earth itself, the Devata, is goddess. She listens to us, just as the gods in the temple listen to us. She listens to us and takes from us the understanding through our feet and our energy about what it is that we need. And it provides for us the best herbs and care. In the same way, the Gomata listens to us, provides to us through her milk, energy that we require, the nutrition we require to combat anything. This organic natural existence has been there in our Vedas and Upanishads and has been a part of our life and a part of our understanding of what real wealth is. Real wealth is, in this year, staying alive. And what best way to stay alive than to be with and surrounded by the most healthy way, the most nourishing elements that give us exactly what we need. The milk in the Goshala here is what we drink and what we offer also to Nityananda Ishvara Paramashiva as an offering of our love and gratitude to him. It is here in the temple that Swamiji has discovered the Swayambhu Nityananda Ishvara Linga, a stone that had been energized by Prakriti herself, a rare deity that is not energized by a person, but land itself gives a deity for us to worship. And that is Swayambhu, self-energized, self-manifested. Seeing the energy that is concentrated in this stone, Swamiji installed it in the temple of the Balayalaya Nityanandeshwara. Here, every day to this Shivalinga, Nityanandeshwara, puja is offered 7 times a day with grand fervor and devotion. The Uttamottama Paksha Upacharam and Uttamottama Paksha Seva is offered to Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva here, prescribed by Paramashiva in the Kamika Agamas, in the Kriyapad. Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, the body of deity, is the very body of Paramashiva. Swamiji says, when one has the energy darshan, is able to touch the physical feet or touch the physical body of the master, tremendous amount of energy, tremendous amounts of causeless bliss is infused inside the person receiving the darshan. The same way, when one sees the darshan or has the touch of this deity, Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, they will have the same experience. And in hence also, power manifestation is possible. A tremendous healing can happen. Many have come under this banyan tree and experienced elevation and alleviation from all the sufferings that they go through physically and mentally. Physical diseases, from chronic disease to the regular common cold, are fixed here under the temple, under the banyan tree, just by being there and experiencing presence. It is a celebration to be in Adikailasa, and it is a celebration to witness the Leela of Paramashiva here, continuously happening. Above Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Linga, there is the magnificent deity of Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, molded by the hands of the avatar himself, Swamiji himself. Remembering his own guru, Paramashiva, in the form of Arunagiri Yogeshwara, living with him for 9 months physically in the Arunachaleshwara temple. Swami was a 9-year-old boy. Swamiji remembers every inch of his body, every moment he spent with him. Swamiji lived with Shiva. And remembering that incident, remembering all those, Swamiji had created this very deity of Nityanandeshwara in the same body language of Arunagiri Yogeshwara. So when we are seeing Nityanandeshwara here sitting in the temple with Nityanandeshwari Parashakti in her lap, we are seeing Arunagiri Yogeshwara, our own Paramaguru, for whom we just did and chanted the invocatory verse, Lalate Tripundri Nidilakrita Kasturi Tilakaha. He is our Guru's Guru. However real we feel Swamiji is to us, who have been in his presence can experience sweetness and the sincerity with which he is able to give all of us the love and attention. The same way he had received from Paramashiva, he is in that same love with Paramashiva, even now. He is in that same way that Swamiji created this deity of Nityanandeshwara and infused it with that energy of Paramashiva. It's a consecration energy of Paramashiva himself. Seeing this deity is seeing Shiva himself. Nityanandeshwari Parashakti, most beautiful Parashakti that Swamiji had seen in the Himalayas, moving about, such grace and beauty, radiating such universal motherhood, such out-of-the-world beauty. He saw Devi, had her darshan, and in that same body language, made the Devi a deity of Nityanandeshwari Parashakti, seated on Nityanandeshwara's lap. Both of them are the mother and father. They are both the highest epitome of the Guru-disciple relationship, of the relationship everyone here seeks, everyone here aspires for, everyone here wants to be at the feet of the Guru. And Nityanandeshwari Parashakti and Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, their oneness and their example is something all of us here in Adi Kailas strive for. Seated above them, above Nityanandeshwari Parashakti, Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, is the Garbhalaya, under which the consecration of cosmic energy had happened by Paramashiva back in 2007. A powerful energy center is here that is continuously maintained through the rituals and continuous worship. Apart from that, the Parivaram of Ganesha, Subramanya, Venkateshwara Swami, Devi, Parashakti, Rajarajeshwari, all of them are here, along with Devi Prathingira. So many deities of Sanatana Hindu Dharma are here blessed and energized and celebrating this environment, this deity of Paramashiva here. Today we are going to do the Rudrabhisheka Seva, a puja offered to Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva. That is in the Vedas as Rudra Prashna. It is part of the Krishna Yajurveda, and Rudram is basically a understanding of who is Paramashiva and how do we surrender to him. Surrendering to him continuously, saying Namaha, Namaha, Namo, Namo, and then offering the upacharas to him. The Chamaka Prashna is also chanted, chanting the Chamakam, which are positive affirmations for having most auspicious blessings onto ourselves. Whenever we do Rudrabhisheka, we always do the Nyasa and the self-invocation of Paramashiva into the self. Every puja and the personal puja done by Swamiji always raises one's consciousness to that of the enlightened space, and then only you are even qualified to do the puja. It is nothing but a visualization and a remembering of the highest sacred sentiments and the initiations given to you by the Guru, the clicks and the blessings you got, the awakenings that he has made you have, the relief that he has given you from all the suffering that you had. For all those, the gratitude is given to the deity. When we remember gratitude, when we live gratitude, tremendous healing happens. being grateful is one of the best ways to heal something yourself from something. So let us get ready to receive the darshan of Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva and do the Rudrabhishekam. Let us chant the Mahavakya, the supreme Vakya created by Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva, to instill in us the very space of Paramashiva, of Paramashivoham, of oneness with Paramashiva. Sit straight and breathe in, inhale, exhale, as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. And exhale, inhale deeply, and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam.
केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनिटिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिगौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। ॐ अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्याय प्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अघोरऋषिः अनुष्टुप्छन्दः सङ्कर्षणमूर्तिस्वरूपो योऽसावादित्यः परमपुरुषः स एष रुद्रो देवता। नमः शिवायेति बीजं शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकम् श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवप्रसादसिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। ॐ अग्निहोत्रात्मने अङ्गुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वक्रत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै वषटे निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचाय हुं ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय वौषटे सर्वक्रत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फटे भूर्भुवः सुवरोमिति दिग्बन्धः। ध्यानम् आपातालनभस्तलान्तभुवनब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरते ज्योतिष्पाटिकलिङ्गमौलिविलसत्पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः अस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशं रुद्रानुबाकाञ्जपन् ध्यायेदीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदं विप्रोभिषिञ्चेच्छिवम् ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहाभसितहिमरुचा भासमानाभुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाक्कपर्दाः कलितशशिकलाश्चण्डकोदण्डहस्ताः त्रक्षा रुद्राक्षमाला प्रकटितविभवाः शाम्भवा मूर्तिभेदा रुद्रा श्रीरुद्रसूक्तप्रकटितविभवानः प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम्। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनच्छृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। शं च मे मयश्च मे प्रियं च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनशश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे क्षीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे नमित्तं च मे भयं च मे सुखं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः। यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः। शिवा शरव्या जातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया। याते रुद्रशिवा तनोरघोरा पापकाशिनी। तया नस्तनुवासन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः। यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्षस्तवे। शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसि पुरुषं जगत्। शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि। यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मकुं सुमना असत्। अद्य वोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषके। अहीगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः। असो यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुस्वमङ्गलः। ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेड ईमहे। असव्योपसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः। उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुतहार्यः। उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः। नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीडुषे। अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः। प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोराज्ञियोर्ज्या। याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वप। अवदत्यधनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षसते शुधे। निशीर्य शल्यानामुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव। विद्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उत। अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः। याते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः। तयास्मान् विश्वदत्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज। नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे। उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने। परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः। अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम्। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय। त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय नित्यानन्दाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये। नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये। नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय त्विषीमते पथीनां पतये। नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये। नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये। नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये। नमो नमो रुद्राय तथा विने क्षेत्राणां पतये। नमो नमः सूताय हञ्चाय वनानां पतये। नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये। नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये। नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिभस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नम उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पथीनां पतये नमो नमः कृत्स्नवीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्तायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृकाविभ्यो जिघागुंसद्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमोऽसिमद्भ्यो नक्तं चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नम उष्णीशिने गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नमो नम इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो स्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नम आसीनेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्योऽश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विबिध्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षद्भ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगजुभ्यश्वरिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च व्युप्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिबिवेष्टाय च नमो मेढुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वावराय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नम आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नम ऊर्व्याय चावस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुध्नियाय च नमः शोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नम उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नम आशुषेणाय चाशुरथाय च नमः नमः शूराय चावभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिने च वरूथिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषु धिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णेशवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः चोद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नम ईध्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्मियाय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुवाय च ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं सुमनोहरम् आघ्र्य सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यता धूपमाघ्रापयामि ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्तिसंयुक्तं वह्निना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहं दीपं दर्शयामि ॐ मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुम्रजः मधुभ्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम्मस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः माधू प्रथम महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यान्तरवाचमनं समर्पयामि ॐ व्योमव्योमाय विद्महे सूक्ष्मसूक्ष्माय धीमहि तन्नः सूक्ष्मप्रचोदयात् कलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि
परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानन्दः 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 परमशिवोऽहम् Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva
overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Yananda Paramashivamam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Yananda Paramashivamam. 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 Yananda Paramashivamam.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham.
See yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process.
Nityananda Paramashivoham.
ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति.
परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power.
द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां माभेर्मारों किञ्चनाममते या ते रुद्रशिवा तनु शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजीतया नो मृडजीवसे मागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिं यथा नः शमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् मृडानो रुद्रो तनो मयस्कृधि क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छं तयोश्च मनुरायजे पिता तदस्यामतमरुद्रप्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितम् मानो बधी पितरं मोतमातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषिमानो गोषुमानो अश्वेषुरीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो बधीर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आराते गोघ्न उत पूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तो रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यधा च नः शर्म यच्छद्विबर्हाः सुहि श्रुतं गर्तसदञ्जुबानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निव पन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरा मघवध्यस्तनुष्वमीढ्वस्तोकायतनयाय मृडज मीढुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि विकिरितविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुं हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निव पन्तुताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवत्पराचीनामुखाकृधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषाकुं सहस्रजो जने वधन्मानि तन्मसि अस्मिन्महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भव अधि नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठा शर्वा अधाक्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासक्कपर्दिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनाने ये पथां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृदाय व्युदः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सृगावन्तो निषङ्गिनः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे येषागुं सहस्रयो जने वधन्मानि दन्ति नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यान्येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिव्येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोर्तीर्चीर्दशो वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयं द्विष्मो यश्च नो वेष्ठितं वोजम्भे दधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनां मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य औषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवना दिवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषुः सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वा महेशौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरन्दवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगुं शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्योमर्त्याय हन्तवे तान्यज्ञस्य मायजा सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां गन्धिरधिरुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि सदाशिवो ॐ अग्ना विष्णो सजोषसे मा वर्धन्तु वां गिरः नैर्वाजेभिरागतम् वाजश्च मे प्रसवश्च मे प्रयतिश्च मे प्रसिद्धिश्च मे धीतिश्च मे कृतिश्च मे स्वरश्च मे श्लोकश्च मे श्रावश्च मे श्रुतिश्च मे ज्योतिश्च मे सुवश्च मे प्राणश्च मे पानश्च मे व्यानश्च मे सुश्च मे चित्तं च म आधीतं च मे वाक् च मे मनश्च मे चक्षुश्च मे श्रोत्रं च मे दक्षश्च मे बलं च म ओजश्च मे सहश्च म आयुश्च मे जरा च म आत्मा च मे तनूश्च मे शर्म च मे वर्म च मेऽङ्गानि च मे स्थानि च मे परोगुंसि च मे शरीराणि च मे दैष्ठ्यं च म आधिपत्यं च मे मन्युश्च मे भामश्च मे मश्च मेऽम्भश्च मे जेमा च मे महिमा च मे वरिमा च मे प्रतिमा च मे वर्ष्मा च मे द्राहुजा च मे वृद्धं च मे वृद्धिश्च मे सत्यं च मे श्रद्धा च मे जगच्च मे धनं च मे वशश्च मे त्रिशिश्च मे क्रीडा च मे मोदश्च मे जातं च मे जनिष्यमानं च मे सूक्तं च मे सुकृतं च मे वित्तं च मे वेद्यं च मे भूतं च मे भविष्यच्च मे सुखं च मे सुपथं च मरुद्धं च मरुद्धिश्च मे क्लुप्तं च मे क्लुप्तिश्च मे मतिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे च मे मयश्च मे प्रियं च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे मृतं च मे जक्ष्मं च मे नामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे नमित्रं च मे भयं च मे सुखं च मे शयनं च मे पूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ऊर्क् मे सूनृता च मे पयश्च मे रसश्च मे घृतं च मे मधु च मे सग्धिश्च मे सपीतिश्च मे कृषिश्च मे वृष्टिश्च मे जैत्रं च म औद्भिद्यं च मे रयिश्च मे रायश्च मे पुष्टं च मे पुष्टिश्च मे विभुज मे प्रभुज मे बहु च मे भूयश्च मे च मे पूर्णतनं च मे क्षितिश्च मे कूयवाच्च मे नञ्च मे क्षुश्च मे श्रीहजश्च मे जवाश्च मे माशाश्च मे तिलाश्च मे मुद्गाश्च मे कल्वाश्च मे गोधूमाश्च मे मधुराश्च मे प्रियङ्गवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामाकाश्च मे नीवाराश्च मे अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरय अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे शीलं च मे प्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च म आवश्च मे ईरुधश्च म औषधयश्च मे कृष्णपत्यं च मे कृष्णपत्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसख्य साहिने नमो भजं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामां कामकामाय मह्यम् कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो दधातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य वासा सर्वमिदं विभाति श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्तिसमेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः नानाविधदीपोपचारार्थे मङ्गलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि
नित्यानन्द परमशिवम् नित्यानन्द परमशिवम् नित्यानन्द परमशिवम्
ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं सुमनोहरम् आघ्र्य सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यतां धूपमाघ्रापयामि उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदोपघ्ननृतं मम पशुगश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिश मानोहिगुं श्रीजातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिव्रतज्ञ आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय दीपं दर्शयामि ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावये श्रावये स्वाहा अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यान्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। मङ्गलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि, रक्षां धारयामि। ॐ योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति। चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायक श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव चतुर्वेदप्रिय चतुर्वेदमवधारय। हरिः ॐ। अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं ऋत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातामं। हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ। ईशे त्वोर्जे त्वा वायवस्थोपायवस्थदेवो वः सविता प्रार्पयजुश्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मणे। हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ। अग्न आयाहि वीतये गृणानो हव्यदातये निहोता सत्सि बर्हिषि। हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ। तन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः। हरिः ॐ। देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायक श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव आगमश्लोकप्रिय आगमश्लोकानवधारय। तया पूर्याशु मूर्धान्तं भङ्क्त्वा भ्रूक्षेपसेतुना निर्विकल्पं मनः कृत्वा सर्वोर्ध्वे सर्वगोद्गमः। देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायक श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव स्तोत्रप्रिय स्तोत्रमवधारय। रत्नैः कल्पितमासनं हिमजलैः स्नानं च दिव्याम्बरं नानारत्नविभूषितं मृगमदा मोदाङ्कितं चन्दनं दाती चम्पकबिल्वपत्ररचितं पुष्पं च धूपं तथा दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपते हृत्कल्पितं गृह्यता। सौवर्णेन वरत्नखण्डरचिते पात्रे घृतं पायसं भक्ष्यं पञ्चविधं पयोदधियुतं रम्भाफलं पानकं शाकानामयुतं जलं रुचिकरं कर्पूरखण्डोज्ज्वलं ताम्बूलं मनसा मया विरचितं भक्त्या प्रभो स्वीकुरु। छत्रं तामरयोर्युगं यजनकं शार्दर्शकं निर्मलं वीणाभिर्मृदङ्गकाहलकला गीतं च नृत्यं तथा साष्टाङ्गं प्रणतिस्तुतिर्बहुविधा एतत्समस्तं मया सङ्कल्पेन समर्पितं तव विभो पूजां ग्रहाण प्रभो। आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामतिः सहचरा प्राणाशरीरं ग्रहं जाते विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधिस्थितिः सञ्चारः पदयो प्रदक्षिणविधि स्तोत्राणि सर्वा गिरो यद्यत्कर्म करोमि तत्तदखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनम् देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायक श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव द्राविडवेदप्रिय द्राविडवेदमवधारय शिवा तिरुचिट्रम्बलम् தோடுடைய செவியன் விடையேறிவோர் தூவன் மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசியன் உள்ளங்கவர் கல்வன் ஏடுடைய மலரான் உன்னை நான் பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். देवदेवोत्तमं देवता सार्वभौमम् अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्तिसमेतं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवम् अष्टपुष्पैरभ्यर्च्य ॐ सर्वस्याप्त्यै सर्वस्य चित्यै सर्वमेव तेनाप्नोति सर्वं दयति नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः. मङ्गलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि. अक्षान् धारयामि. देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायक श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव आशीर्वादप्रिय आशीर्वादमवधारय. ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं. देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः. ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः. इति स्वस्तिमन्त्रार्थाः सत्याः सफला भवन्तु. इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु. दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात्. सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात्. शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः. मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत्. इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु. अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु. पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः. अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु. जीवन्तु शरदशतम्. इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु. राजा धर्मपतिः प्रजासु चरिताः. पूजाधनाः सज्जनाः. षट्कर्म प्रवरा द्विजाः. प्रतिदिनं विद्या अनवद्या. सदा वाणी सन्निहिता. चिरं कविमुखैः सानन्दमव्याकुलाः. सर्वे सन्तु वैदिकधर्म अनुष्ठातारः. सौजन्यसन्तोषिणः. इति स्वस्तिमन्त्रार्थाः सत्याः सफला भवन्तो. इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु. येषां देवदेवानां महादेवानाम् अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकानां सकलभुविसृष्टिस्थितिसंहारतिरोभाव अनुग्रहाख्यपञ्चकृत्यपरायणानाम् आदिमध्यान्तरहितानाम् अप्रमेयपराक्रमाणां तत्त्वार्थगोचराणां श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्तिसमेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्वरूपाणां श्री आदिगुरु अरुणगिरि योगीश्वरस्वरूपाणां श्रीकालभैरव महाकाली स्वरूपाणां श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ मीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञानविश्रुत सकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरस्रजानगीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिन्नकाहलादि समस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष चित्रानजीमुक्त परमतकलभकेसरी सिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु तपनशाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञानभानु दीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमदृषभध्वजस्थापक शैव समयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरो श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दर माणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ तृणवद्युत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमः सन्निधानानाम् अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधानानां कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधानानां नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरचित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठानां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्या जनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ सांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणीनां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वराणां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वराणां धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधानानां कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरूणां श्री कैलास परमाचार्याणां श्रीमत्परमहंसानां परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्याणां सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूपानां श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठानां श्रीमज्जगद्गुरूणां श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसंबंधदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्धिः समेषां सहकुटुम्बानां सकलैश्वर्यप्राप्तिः गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्धिः अरोगदृढगात्रतासिद्धिः आचन्द्रार्कवंशाभिवृद्धिः धर्मार्थकाममोक्षचतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्धिः सर्वेषां मनसा चिन्तितसत्कार्यानुकूलसिद्धिः भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवप्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्तिश्च भूयात् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु सर्वे जनाः सुखिनः सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु तथास्तु समस्तसन्मङ्गलानि सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वत्र नित्यानन्दध्वजारोहणं भवतु तथास्तु सर्वेषां श्री भगवत् नित्यानन्दपरमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां परिपूर्णकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः अस्तु तथास्तु अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तरम् अभिवृद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानन्दम् कलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने सदाशिवाय श्री नित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै स्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं देवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् अवतार नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् ओम यत्किञ्चित् कर्म देवेश सदा सुकृतदुष्कृतं तन्मे शिवपदस्तस्य भुङ्क्षक्षपय शङ्कर शिवो दाता शिवो भोक्ता शिवः सर्वमिदं जगत् शिवो यजति सर्वत्र यशिवः सोऽहमेव तु ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवो